In today's first impressions video, we're going to be looking at Exploris, a Vermis story. This is an early access game and it is due to come out into full release by December of this year. This game has been in early access since around 2020 and this is the first time I've ever seen it, so it's going to be a genuine first impressions. So far they're pretty good, but there is still a lot of work to do. As always, we'll look through the settings first and then we'll jump straight into the game and I will give you my first thoughts and impressions. There aren't a huge amount of options here, and whilst it is a 2D side-scrolling platformer, it would be nice to have some graphical changes possibly to be made just to make it look and or feel better. Also, there is no mouse support with the game, and that is a big detriment, and if you're going to play it, I would very highly recommend using a controller because the keyboard layout is arrows to move and then other keys to play, and it's just a bit, it's not good. I'm so used to using WASD that, yeah, just use a controller. It will be easier for you. Music volume is set down to about halfway on start. That's really good. Sound effects volume is obviously a little bit higher. You can change the control main button if you want. You can hit the full screen on or off. Game difficulty normal, tutorials on or off, and language. It is important to note as well that with the full screen and tutorial options, they are unchecked to be checked. So for example, if I hit the full screen button so that it is checked, it actually takes it out of full screen mode, which is really weird. Other than that, there is nothing else to talk about with the settings. They are very threadbare, and I do hope that this changes upon full release. Once in the game, you will see that it has a very beautiful art style. Everything just sort of works and flows really nicely. Unfortunately, the combat does not flow as nice as the rest of the movement. The second you hit your attack button, you stop moving, and this makes battling enemies, and especially boss battles, seem a little bit tedious. It's 2025, why can we not have smooth gameplay mechanics and combat mechanics where I'm not forced to stay on the spot when actually trying to do combat? You do have a health bar and you've got a ET bar, I think it's called, which is your abilities that you haven't unlocked yet. It's very simple. It works very well, but it is still a very simple game. You have your typical platforming here, you have some puzzles and enemies to face. You also have a boss that you will have to face at the end of each round, and that boss can be a little bit of a pain. It looks like it's a 2-boss phase system. What I mean by that is that you will get it to around halfway before it will run away and you'll have to face it again another time. Honestly, that really annoys me. I would rather just face the boss and have it done with, opposed to it running away and not knowing where you are. I am apparently stuck, I think. I'm being shot by something. I guess we're through. Okay, we're out. The main point of this first mission is that I'm supposed to be finding minerals or something for the ship that we have crashed. Although I really don't know how we're supposed to get out of this. Fear not though. The game does have something rather unique that I've not seen before. If you push the right thumbstick in, you will instant die and go back to the respawn point. I don't know whether this is a reason why they've got that in, but it's a whole thing. The tutorials in this are a little bit awkward, and I say that because they are not very well worded. The whole reason why I discovered that you can suicide yourself is purely and simply because it said press the right thumbstick instead of move the right thumbstick, and so I did exactly what it said. I pressed it and I figured that was a thing. There are other things you can do as well. You will get power-ups as you go through the game. You can look in your menu here and you can see you've got different weapons that you'll be able to unlock as you go through. You've got chips which will give you greater defense, power, attack speed, etc. And you've got your different slots to fill. And then you've got items, so you know you can heal your HP, EP, and then other items that you can find through the game. And then you are able to go back to the ship, go to the gamepad, go to the main menu, or exit the game entirely. You do have a map as well, and as you can see, we're in the mines. You've got the Toad Forest, and you've got your different save points. Annoyingly, it says that there is a boss figure, but if you die before getting to a save point, even though you're in the boss room, the map won't show you that that's where the boss is. It doesn't remember where you've already been, which is really, really frustrating, because what's the point in having the icon there if you're never going to see it? Other than that, though, the game is very smooth. It runs pretty well. The enemies are, like I say, a bit simplistic. Your HP and combat is very, very dulled down. I don't know what abilities you're going to get later on and if that's going to make it better or not. But overall, it plays pretty smooth. Your enemies do respawn if you go to a checkpoint or change the world area. And in the bottom right, you can see that you get to see the HP of the enemy you're battling against. All in all, for an early access title, it's not bad, but I would very much like to see some fast improvements before release in December. That's if it does indeed stay going towards December, because as we all know with development, a lot can happen between now and then. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Ciao, ciao.